All right, I'm gonna show you a couple little foot exercises you can do. I'm just seated on a bench. You can just sit down in a chair. We're just really gonna move at the foot. First one's gonna be some toe disassociation. For this, I like to anchor underneath my knee. I'm gonna think about curling my toes up. In the first part, I'm gonna keep them up like so and push my foot down. So go into some plantar flexion. You might feel a little bit of calf engage here. From this bottom position, I'm then gonna curl my toes down and try to draw the foot up. And I'm gonna rinse and repeat, kind of oscillating between those two movements. Toes up, push the foot down on the gas, curl the toes down, lift the foot up. If you're really struggling with that, you can do just a hand-assisted version. So you just keep the toes in the position you want, move the ankle. For the second one, I'm gonna show really down at my foot. This is just short foot. All I'm looking to do is just kind of pronunciate the arch of my foot. Ideally, we'll have kind of a vertical shin in this position. And then in this, all I'm gonna look to do is go a little bit kind of biasing towards the lateral foot. I'm never losing heel contact, and that's gonna kind of lift the arch up a little bit. I'm not losing the big toe, but I'm shifting more weight down into the floor on this lateral side, and then I'll relax, come more into the base of the big toe. But again, I'm not losing contact over here, rinse and repeat. So we're talking about centimeters of motion here, and that's all it is. I'm just kind of oscillating the foot just a little bit like that. So if you look really closely, I go bias to a more lateral foot, arch lifts up a little bit, relax, arch falls down a little bit, I'm more in the big toe, oscillate back. Now I'm more lateral, relax, big toe, lateral, big toe. This is just a foam roller, kind of ankle calf self mob. I'm just gonna take the foam roller, put it on the back of my lower leg, so kind of up into the crease of the knee. I'm gonna be in this kneeling position. I'm gonna kind of use my hands to keep it nice and high as I kind of just sit down onto it. That allows the front of the ankles to kind of press down into the floor, so you might get a little bit of a stretch sensation through the front of the ankle, and then I'm also gonna get some nice pressure and rolling into the calves. Again, I'm just gonna kind of play around with this position, feel out any areas that I want to kind of work, and then I'll sit back up and kind of rinse and repeat. Just like so. All right. This is a banded joint distraction. I'm going to take a relatively heavy resisted band. I'm going to put it right at where kind of ankle meets, so right where the foot and kind of the shin come together in this little crease. Going to get a nice bit of traction going there. I'm gonna start with my knee a little bit behind the foot. I should be more heel heavy here and maybe outside of the foot. And I'm just gonna let the band kind of do its thing as I push the knee forward. I'm not losing the heel contact, but I am biasing more weight into the front of the foot as the knee goes forward, and then I'm sitting it back. You can go back and forth into these positions. You can also just go kind of to your max and dorsiflexion. So again, knees translated forward, but I haven't lost the heel contact, and I can just let the band pull in this position. I would try to not just shift your whole body forward to help put pressure there. I would think about the knee pushing forward and kind of body staying a little bit back, at least relatively, opposed to just translating everything forward, like so. You don't have to put it up on a bench like this. You could do the floor. I like elevating it a little bit. It will help unweight that foot so there's not quite as much muscle tension in it, and you can get a little bit more mobility going on. All right, and then lastly, these are just gonna be some calf raises. We're gonna focus more on the eccentric portion, so this nice controlled lowering of the heel towards the ground. I'm gonna elevate my feet a little bit. You could use some plates, some bumper plates, or a box, anything like that. I'm gonna use this little box here. So I'm here, I'm gonna soften my knees just a touch. I'm gonna bring my heels up like so with my feet neutral, and then I'm just gonna think about lowering my heels and controlling that descent. Might get a nice stretch in the calves. You can think about getting your heels below your toes, and then same thing back up. We can go some reps from neutral feet, and then we can toe out and toe in, same exact thing. Come up and just control on the way down. You should get some nice length through the calves once the heel kind of gets below the foot, and then come back up from there.